Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the eSports Report. Bucket Jack Benson here in New York City. And of course, we got Matt and Maven out on the West Coast for E3 all week. Maven is joining us now live from the LA studios. Maven, Matt was talking some trash about your Gears of War gameplay, my friend.
To be fair, I've never really played Gears before. I don't like the whole third-person thing, and I think I got 2 kills in approximately an hour of playing.
Let's go, man!
Great stuff.
Woo!
Great stuff. I'm sorry to hear all of that.
Well, apparently, you just duck behind rocks and shoot shotguns. It's not my thing.
You just summed up Gears of War pretty nice.
All right, so you're not going pro anytime soon, but you were a former, I put this in air quotes, pro back in the Halo 1 days when getting top 8 was something I could do with the staff team put together.
Whoa. I took a game from the Ogres. And by that, I mean I dropped 20 kills in a sniper game.
All right. And did your team win?
No, we didn't win.
Okay, so you didn't take a game. So you played the Ogres in a game. That's great news. So, but to throw it back, you and I have been playing Halo since 2001, right? So we've been playing basically 14 years of Halo. You have been there for every new title. You've seen it kind of progress to where it is now.
Correct.
What did you think of Halo 5? Matt said that, surprisingly, he really enjoyed playing the 24-player Warzone.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, obviously, during the beta, we got a chance to play the 4v4 arena a bit. I played that back at the Invitational back in, what was that, November, December? So I've already played a little bit of Halo 4, or Halo 5, and I liked quite a bit about the arena part. But this time, we actually got to play the Warzone, which is, again, the 12v12. Did Matt already kind of walk you through?
Give us the Maven lowdown.
Basically, you know, what I got from it is they tried to mix, you know, you've seen stuff like Overwatch coming that has more kind of objectives on the map that you need to complete, kind of mixes like MOBA elements into it. You had Titanfall that tried to mix kind of the AI stuff, the PvE into the PvP. I think Halo, we only got to play one map, but I got the feeling that they've done a pretty good job pulling it all together. You know, you level up within the actual game type with experience, you're able to buy new loadouts, new vehicles. There's like bosses that you can kill for extra points. Like the coolest part of it for me, we were playing, I think it's first to 1,000 points. And if Matt already told this, I'm sorry, but so Flame Sword's on the other team, and I see they're overkilling. There's these AI bosses that you get points for. So it's basically you have this PvE going on while there's like a PvP battle going on. You're trying to hold your base off.
Yeah.
So I see Flame Sword's wheedling this guy down. We're up like 805 to 650 or something. He gets it down to like 10% and goes to help someone. I walked over, threw a couple nades, killed it. We won the game. It was a really dick move, but it was awesome. So Flame worked on this thing for like 10 minutes. I walked over and sniped it.
You're the clutch player that we needed.
Honestly, what it did for me is, Chris, I'm sure you can attest to this as well. Yes, I got into the competitive side of Halo. Yes, it's very fun. It's great to play the game competitive, but there's always, how I got into the game, it was your 4v4 Blood Gulch, your 4v4 Sidewinder, playing these big maps with vehicles, you know, these big CTF maps. And then even like in college with Halo 2, Halo 3, when you weren't playing competitive, you don't always want to play the 4v4 crazy modes where you're stressed out trying your hardest. You like to have a little more fun with it. And this, I don't know, man. It looks like it's going to be a blast. The only thing that kind of sucked is obviously it was 12v12. It's a trial thing, so we didn't all have like mics where we could talk to each other and actually plan stuff out. But I don't know. I think it has a lot of potential to be a blast.
So I know Shibby, you, myself used to run into Big Team Battle together. Is this like
fun,
a
man.
Big Team Battle on steroids, or is there even more objectives to focus on? How would you compare it to the bigger games that we've seen in past titles?
It's Big Team Battle on steroids, just with a lot more, again, of objective stuff. You actually have like a, oh God, I don't want to say it's like Counter-Strike, but to a degree you have it like a monetary system almost. Like you have to earn these points in which you can buy upgrades and stuff. So let's say you want to, you know, you're alive and you get a couple kills, you'll earn these. I can't remember the exact name for them, but they're like these crystals. So then that next spawn loadout, you can purchase a sniper rifle, or you can purchase a rocket launcher. It was very, very intriguing, and you could get better guns as you progressed in level, as you took over more bases on the map. So it was like a kind of a big team battle with like map and level progression. I thought it was awesome. Obviously, I didn't get a ton of time with it, but there's a lot of potential for sure.
Maeve, one of my biggest concerns when we saw it was the whole like AI being brought into the multiplayer aspect. And from you playing it, how much of your time in the game was spent trying to kill AI as opposed to the other players?
Not a lot. It's because, well, basically you spawn in, and then you kind of have a progression till you get to the first base that you have to take over. Between the spawn and that first base, it was all AI. Because it's basically both teams trying to get to their bases, and you're battling kind of for this central spot, right?
Okay.
So there's a bit of AI there, and then on the outskirts of the map, there's like, you can see their big health bars. There's big like bosses that take a long time to kill, and you can focus on them if you want, or you can focus on killing the other players, which I focus on the other players because the main thing, like, you have to either get to 1,000 points first, or if you take control of all 3 bases. So if you like spawn kill them, get their base cleared out, and you get control of all 3. Once you have control of all 3, it opens this core thing. If you kill the core, you win. So I know, like, I was with Snipedown, and we were just focusing on, and Matt, we were just like sniping them out of their base and just took control of all 3 bases and ended up almost killing the core before I stole that guy from Flamesword.
Can you, if you're the enemy, just like you were able to steal the AI, are you able to steal the core if the enemy does 99% damage coming?
No, because it's each team has
each team has a base, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a Nexus in League of Legends.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said kind of like a MOBA element. So your original spawn, where you first spawn, is where the core will open if they have control of all 3 bases. If that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
How much health did the core have?
Quite a bit. I know that I was the first one to get in there, and I put a couple clips and a couple nades into it before like the AI spawned or before their team like rotated back to it. And I probably took 10% of it.
So to open up the core, you need control of all 3 bases. So let's say you have control of all 3 bases. You open up my core, you start doing damage. Then I get control of a base. Does the core then close?
Yes.
And then when it reopens, does it have full health or the same amount of health it has?
You sure it had the same exact health.
Same exact health as it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's going to be a great tug of war. Like, if you start putting all your focus on the Nexus, then...
I thought it was really...
Sorry, I'm already calling it a Nexus.
I wonder if they do something like that in a 4v4 or like a 5v5 environment, because...
They might. I thought it was really neat. My only issue with it, I said this to them afterwards, is the... Like, I get, okay, it's kind of similar for you guys that play League of Legends. Like, you know, you have your Baron that you can kill, you know, for buffs and stuff. And I think the concept of being able to snipe that, the other team steal it at low health, is really, really cool. But they might need to tweak that a little bit and how it works in the Halo thing, just because you have sniper rifle. You can shoot a rocket from across the map. So,
but
like,
how cool is
the whole concept of stealing, I don't know, they might need to tweak that. It was really cool, but I also felt like a huge dick.
Nice. Well, I know you got a chance to catch up with some of the old players, some of the old MLG champions. Flamesword, you mentioned, is one of them from Optic Gaming that you stole the AI from.
Yeah, poor Flame.
Snipedown was also on your team, and I know you had an interview with him. What did you guys talk about?
Honestly, it was right when we got there, pretty much. We got in the doors, we bumped into some of the EG guys. So, you know, I just asked him to have a quick chat here. I'm sure we have the footage just to see how he was doing. Asked him a couple questions as he's getting hyped for Halo 5.
All right, let's take a look.
Initiating Warzone simulation. Hold bases, take down bosses, and eliminate enemy Spartans to earn points. Prometheans have broken through our defenses and our base is in lockdown. Eliminate them to secure our home base. Let's support those Marines, Spartan.
'Hey, how's it going, everybody? Mr. X and Maven here. We're at the Xbox party. First night here, we're at E3. Yeah. What are you most excited to play?
You know, I competed in Halo 1 back in the day, played Halo 2, played every Halo since. It's bouncing back. This is the one we've been waiting for, especially from a competitive standpoint. Most of my time here will be with Halo 5 for sure.
Remain.
Joined by the #1, possibly #2 sniper in Halo history, Snipedown. Are you a better sniper than Formal?
I think I am a better sniper than Formal. I've played in more titles, and overall, I think, you know, I do more for the team. But, I mean, I got to give credit to Formal. He's one of the best, if not up there right there with me as one of the best snipers and greatest snipers of all time.
Well, you played the Halo 5 beta a bit. If you just give me like a quick rundown, kind of your thoughts on the beta and maybe stuff you're looking forward to see this weekend.
You know, some of the stuff I'm looking forward to see is the multiplayer features. I know a lot of the stuff got released, like the 24-player big team battle, you know, Warzone is what it's called. And I think that's really going to bring back some of my favorite things. Old school Halo 2 was my favorite things looking back were the big team battle. And looking at it now, the fact that that's going to be something that I can, you know, kind of bring forward to my future is going to be incredible. I think it's awesome with the AI that they're putting in, and it's going to bring that casual community and introduce them to Halo and maybe get them involved with the competitive community, which is exactly what we need.
Promethean warp imminent. Knight Strategos is at the crane pit.
Last question for you. You know, I'm good buddies with Lethal. What's it like teaming with him?
I love the kid. I honestly look at his Twitter almost like every other night just for some leisurely laughs at the end of the night. He's who I go to bed to and get some laughs before I fall asleep. And, you know, I love teaming with the kid. He may be a troll, but he's a good guy at heart. And just one of the greatest teammates you could ask for. Is super selfless, and I'm just glad to have him there as my teammate.
All right, well, Snipedown, thank you. He is playing on Evil Geniuses, currently the #1 Halo team in the world. Enjoy yourself. Take it easy.
Shout out to Eric Rona there, Snipedown from Evil Geniuses.
He's
top,
good.
Top team right now. And yeah, we should say, disclaimer, that was Maven Sniper that you saw in the B-roll. That was definitely not Snipedown's.
It was. I hope it was Mr. X's. Wait, which? Oh God, was there? Did you show Halo 5 gameplay?
Yeah,
I think I had like
there
8
was a couple of
misses.
misses, Maeve.
I had a ton of misses. So to be fair, I didn't have a scuff. I was standing while playing.
Oh, absolutely. The excuses.
Who stands and plays? They were on TVs. I haven't played on a TV for a shooter since 2006.
Television users.
Yeah, it was
use
difficult.
TVs.
You know, they really tested my limits there, but still a lot of fun.
Yeah, you looked great.
You persevered.
Well, that interview was pretty lighthearted. It was great catching up with some of the players. But I also know you got a chance to talk to some of the people behind the scenes. Who are some of the faces there from 343?
You know, we saw the main person I spent a lot of time with was Bravo and Quinn Del Hoyo. For those of you not familiar with Quinn, he works on the multiplayer design team. From my understanding, he is one of the big guys when it comes to choices, especially for the 4v4 arena. You know, he's not working as much on the Warzone, your co-op modes. He is focusing pretty much entirely on the 4v4 arena. So I had some questions with him, you know, about working with former pro players. You know, we have guys like Ghost Ayami, Dursky, Strongside. These guys that are working now at 343 alongside to develop this 4v4 arena. So I know we have to run soon and get to E3, but I did get a chance to have a couple questions there with Quinn before we headed out last night.
All right, let's take a look at it. Here's Quinn Del Hoyo from 343.
I'm here at the Microsoft hands-on event with Quinn Del Hoyo. Now, Quinn, you work a lot on Halo 5. Can you tell me about your role specifically with 343 in the game?
Yeah, well, I'm the multiplayer designer on Halo 5 Guardians, and I'm leading the endeavor over the arena portion of it, which is what you kind of saw in the beta this past holiday season, so 4v4, you know, action like that. So that's mainly what I focus on.
You know, I played with a lot of players like Ghost Ayami, Dursky, Neighbor, Strongside. These are guys that have recently been hired by 343. Can you tell me a little bit about how you work with them on a day-to-day basis, what their role is like, and how important their feedback's been to you?
I love those guys. I kind of call them the 343 Avengers, because there's not many people that are like assembled to be this squad. And so what we really do with them is every day, like nonstop, every day at 10 a.m. The first thing we do, we have our multiplayer playtest over Arena. And those guys come in, you know, you got Ghost, you got Strongside, you got Neighbor, you got Dursky, and Killer V, you know, we joke with him because he's not really a pro, but he's really good. He's got a really good shot, I promise. So those guys come in, and we just bang on Arena for like an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, and we just play all the maps that are in development and really go deep on it, like our game modes, and it gets really heated. We talk a lot of trash, and those guys give us a lot of really good feedback, so we use their feedback a ton, and they're really, really, really important. Like, they're just not testers just hanging out. They're actively working with us every single day.
What's the single thing you're the most hyped for, most excited for coming with launch?
Single thing I'm most hyped for is that this game is so vast and it's epic on every scale. So all you campaign players, we've got it for you. It's awesome. Epic campaign, epic scale, all this stuff. Multiplayer, you know, we've got the arena, which you saw in the beta last, you know, the holiday season, which I really love. But also here we're showing off Warzone, which is a new multiplayer mode. And it's, you know, 12v12. It's got AI. We call it player versus everything. And so what I'm really excited for is we got something for all kind of Halo players. Arena, Warzone, and campaign. It's going to be awesome.
Quinn Del Hoya, thank you for everything. Lead multiplayer designer, doing a lot of great stuff here with 343 and Halo 5. More stuff to come. Keep watching. Amazing. Great seeing you as always, bud.
Awesome. Quinn is the man. Maven, it looks like you guys had some fun, and that venue just looked absolutely sick, dude.
Well, it's funny because we got there. So those of you that aren't aware, I'm pretty sure it's been mentioned, but it was the Microsoft hands-on event. So this is, I don't want to say like VIP, but it was invite only. You could not just walk in. It was for the select few to get hands-on with these different games. Thanks for MLG to getting us in there, obviously. But it was at the Majestic downtown. So, I mean, there's like different vaults. We were trying to find Halo. I think we walked laps for like, I don't know, it's like 30 minutes. We could not find Halo anywhere. It was down in the basement. They had this whole thing tricked out for Halo 5. It was really, really awesome. Shout out to Quinn too, because he helped us get in there a little sooner than it might have taken. The line was out through the door. It was crazy. But yeah, man, it was, as far as your quote unquote kind of like after party / hands-on stuff with games, that was one of the best, I guess you'd say, venues I've ever been to. It was awesome, man.
Love to hear it. Well, it sounds like our guys are doing great there. We got to let you go. You're going out to E3 tonight. We all were talking during the video. We want to know, what are you most excited for today? What are you and Matt going to be looking at today on the E3 floor?
Well, today's what's going to be it's kind of our tricky day, because yesterday, obviously, we knew what we were getting into. It was a specific event with specific games. We knew just what we were going to be getting into. Tomorrow, we have some similar stuff like that. Today is really going to be we have 5 hours. We are just going to be roaming the floor. We have a list of stuff that you guys have liked on Twitter that you want to see more stuff. Matt and I have a long list of games that we want to get hands-on with. We're going to focus on some different shooters. I know the Star Wars shooter I still haven't got to really play yet. The Rainbow Six game, they had it there last night, but every time we tried to get hands-on with it, we didn't get the option to do so. I'm going to see. I don't care if I have to torture someone. If there is any more footage that I can find of the Final Fantasy VII Remake, I'll kill for it. I will take people out.
Torture and killing people
honestly,
for Final Fantasy.
What I would recommend for you guys, because obviously a lot of this footage we're going to be getting, we're going to be taking this and we're going to be giving it to the guys in the ESR, so we'll have clips and stuff. Feel free to tweet at me, at Maven, tweet at Mr. X, at Matt Mr. X, games that you want us to get footage for. If there's anyone specific, maybe you have a YouTuber you love that's going to be out there, a particular developer you want clips from, let us know. Hell, I'll try to get interviews with anyone I can. I mean, we're really going there to bring you guys stuff. So anything you'd like us to take a look at, any games, anything in particular,
Jack,
shoot us a
anything
tweet.
you want Maven to go look at?
I want to see more Black Ops 3.
You're so unpredictable.
Give me Maven gameplay of Black Ops 3.
Give him something adventurous.
Black Ops 3, I think now we're gonna get to be. It just depends on the lines and stuff today. Like I know we have some stuff set aside tomorrow to actually specifically deal with Black Ops 3.
Okay.
Today, I know we're gonna be going to the booth. I'm gonna be harassing every Activision and Treyarch employee to just let me play it all day. I got to see some footage yesterday. Obviously, they had the multiplayer reveal and everything. It looks sick, man. I'm excited. I haven't really been playing on my consoles too much lately. As you know, I've just been kind of grinding PC games, so I'm ready to get back to the action so I can prove that I'm better than Jack on every single system to ever exist.
Fact. Wow. Maeve, 2 games I want to see you play. Tomb Raider is number 1. Number 2 is Need for Speed. I want to see those 2 games.
That's what you want?
Well,
yeah.
Funny thing, I've never liked a racing game in my life since Cruising USA on 64.
Exactly.
Number 2, Tomb Raider, what Square Enix did that. That is the first game, or I'd say the last game that I can remember that I actually 100% completed. I sat there for a week straight and 100% completed every area, every item. I loved it. It reminded me of, it was like a better looking Uncharted, just not as good of a story as Uncharted, but the Tomb Raider franchise is just, it's amazing now. The revamp is incredible.
Yeah. I'm with Jack on this. I want nothing but Black Ops 3 news. Go up there, hug Vaughn for me. Tell him he killed it last night during the Sony press conference. We'll get to that a little bit later. Maven, any final thoughts before I let you and Matt head out the door?
All of you at home can be jealous that Matt and I will be playing Black Ops 3 in approximately an hour.
Deal with that. that
Deal
sink
with
in.
it. Drop the mic, Maeve. Put the shades on.
Yo, you better FaceTime me while you're playing.
Oh, there
He
it
actually
is.
has those
Deal
shades.
with
There
it.
they are. Wow. That's happening.
He looks 5 years younger.
That's Maven production room. Please get Maven out of here. He's starting to get creepy. Guys, that is it for our Gears and Halo coverage on the day. But Jack, you have a script chocked full of other games to talk about. What are we looking at on the other side of the commercial?
EA, Ubisoft, obviously the whole Sony press conference, the embargo for Black Ops 3 footage is gone, so we're going to talk a lot about that. So much to cover, you will not want to miss it.
All right, guys. Be right back. E3, ESR all week. Don't go anywhere.